So if you are the clip, then what are the top 3 Ronaldo clips of all time?
The payphone one, that happened when I was actually right before I won FNCS even. Um, I was singing payphone and somehow this clip generated billions, and still to this day.
And people love it.
You probably
Why?
seen
So
it.
I had to look it up. I've never heard of it, and I found the video, and it was like tens of millions.
Oh
of
no, there's
views.
videos taken down. Like on the original one on YouTube had like 40 to 50, but it got taken down
Why?
for
I
copyright.
saw it. I didn't think it was anything special. I'm
No,
sorry.
it wasn't.
just
It
like,
wasn't. It wasn't anything special. And that's why I still don't understand why it's that's what I'm trying to tell you is I didn't farm it. It just happened and it's like
But why do people
I don't
like
know.
it?
I don't know.
They say like they think your joy is infectious.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like you're so happy in it.
I
that,
still don't know. But Adam Levine, I want to still meet him. That's like still my goal to meet Adam.
Can you not do that? I
David
feel like
Dobrik
at this
was just with
point,
Adam Levine.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that. I'm about to ask, see if I can get.
dude, I feel like that would be a really easy one for you to do.
I just want a picture with him. That's it.
You should do like a real authentic cover of it where you rent out a studio space. You got like dramatic cameras like zooming in. You're like really getting into it with the mic.
I actually
that would
agree
be,
with
that
you.
would be that
every
would be
time I
the clip
sing that
right there.
song, it goes. People see it. It goes viral. Like,
Is there any chance you could sing it?
fuck no, fuck no.
Please, just
No.
just
No,
a
no,
little-
no, 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 no.
So that's
What?
that's-
Okay, what if I paid you $500 to sing it?
Bro, keep your money, bro.
No, like actually, what if I?
Oh, you want a clip
If I
for the thing?
Venmo
I'm
you.
out of payment.
No, what if you like actually sing? Just
I couldn't
like
do it, bro.
20 seconds.
I couldn't do it. I need energy and
How much would you need to sing the song? I'm just seeing if this is a price is worth.
You got
paying.
cars, right?
the 4GT.
Yeah, you could put 50
No.
miles on your Ford GT. I'll sing it. Yeah, see, look at you.
50 miles in what length of time though?
A lot. It's all good, bro.
I'm curious. That's the first clip. Clip number 1. What about 2 and 3?
I'm sure you're thinking of one. It's when I got slapped by Bradley Martin. I don't know if you've seen that clip.
Mhm.
Yeah, that wasn't planned at all. I was talking to Bradley Martin. This is the first time I saw him in real life, but my management at the time, he wasn't my manager, but like he was like helping with him. He put me in contact with Bradley Martin, and Bradley Martin knew who I was. And he'll tell you this, like it was no ill intent. The clip is he played payphone, right? On the speakers in the gym. So I was like, oh, he's with me. I was like, he knows who I am, blah, blah. We're with each other. Keep in mind, I don't know who Bradley Martin is. I'm not in the gym, right? I didn't know who he was. I've heard of him, but whatever. I took his hat off because I was like, oh, it's a joke. Like, we're going joke for joke, right? I didn't think much of it. That's like friends with each other, right? Slapped the shit out of me. And then obviously there's two sides of the internet. One, why the did you slap him? That was so overreaction. The other one is don't touch a man's hat. And then it's like, whatever. I don't really give a what happened, but that clip went everywhere, viral. And that actually helped me a lot in my career.
You know what's funny? I saw that clip on Twitter when it happened. I had no idea that was you.
Yeah.
So that was my first
But the
introduction
thing
to
is,
you.
people don't know the full story. Like, I
Yeah.
had people thought I was just like annoying little kid, like just being a jerk. Like, that's kind of where like people were like, oh, streamers are just annoying little pieces of shit, whatever. I had no ill intent. Like, I'm a genuine person off camera. Like, I care for people. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not like I'm not gonna go run around screaming in public like too much or like I know my well no I know my place, but I know my place. It's like I know when to do things and when not to. Like I have good social awareness, social cues with that type of stuff, which I feel like a lot of streamers don't nowadays because they see clips of me or they see clips of other people and they're like, oh, they do it, why can't I? But it's like, it's all social cues. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when to do it and when not to. And people are going to say like, oh, no, you don't. Like, it's clear you don't. I do. I know what I'm doing. And that's why I think I'm at where I'm at is because I knew what I was doing.
That slap looked like it hurt though.
It did.
Yeah.
But it's a 6'5" dude.
Dude, his hand is like massive.
What's he's like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
I'm 5'7". He's 260 pounds. I'm 140 pounds.
Yeah.
He has muscle. I don't. Yeah, it hurt.
And what about the third clip?
I don't know. What do you think? What have you seen?
I don't know. This is up to you. I mean, dude.
I don't know. We basically last year we streamed 30 days. Like right now, we went to a college, and when we went into the college, we started going up to dorms. Like we went to girls' dorms, guys' dorms, but we knocked on this girl's dorm, and she let us in. And I guess someone called the college while we were streaming. It was like 8 of us streaming in there. And they were like, oh, they're harassing women, blah, 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 which we weren't. They were just doing it so the cops would come.
Hmm.
So the cops started to come up to the dorm and they started to like arrest all the FaZe guys. Like not arrest them, put them in cuffs, like detain them.
Mm.
And then I slammed the door of the girls' dorm. Like I was in the room with them and I hid in her bathroom. And like she was with it. She didn't care. She thought it was
Yeah.
hilarious. But then, like, the cop ended up coming in and finding me in the bathroom, and I went like this, or you have to look at it. I don't find it that funny, but it went everywhere. It was like a stupid clip.
So I'm curious, when you're streaming, I know it's a big thing to like dox people and to share their location, call the cops and say that there's like a BOMB threat, basically. How often does this happen to you?
Every
and how
day.
do you every day?
It happened yesterday. Yeah.
So what is the experience on your end? Because I know getting swatted is like, you know, it's kind of
it's like the internet. It's like there's two sides. You have the culture side of the internet, which is like, you know, a different side of the internet, like rap people, like, you know, like it's just like kids with like hype beasts. You know, hype beasts. It's like that side, and then you have like the nice side, the pleasant side, and then obviously the mixture. Like I have like more of like the culture. I feel like it's like the hype beast era, and you know, there's a lot of weirdos. So when they call the cops, I mean, they say, "Oh, I have a." I someone, whatever it might be, right? They come to the house, but they know because they know who we are. So it's like they don't really care, but they have to clear the house. It's just scary because it's like you never know. There might be a new cop on the job that day who's like, "This I'm scared for my life," and it's me, but I don't like to think that way. And it's like,
how many times do you think you've been swatted?
Over 50, easily.
50?
Easily, especially when I used to live in New Jersey. But it's so funny. I'll pull it up right now. It's so funny.
Do they get in trouble for swatting?
Yeah, some of them I have like look at this. I have like 8 cops numbers, just cop, because they would call me.
How do you know which cop is who? It
no,
just shows up on your phone.
I just did it.
Pick
So
it up.
I gave every single cop my number. I was like, if
Yeah.
you ever hear that, like I someone at this address or something like that, just call this number and I'll tell you.
That's the perfect cover up, though, don't you think?
What?
That like now you could go and do that, and they'll just be like, "Ah, yeah, it's another."
No, they do it
prank."
all the time. That's the thing. Is people who swat us.
No,
like,
I was
he's saying
making a
if
joke.
you were to actually go out and commit a crime, it's like it's the perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
perfect
Someone
crime.
calls to be like, "Nah, it's just another."
Yeah.
That's
Don't
another
worry,
prank
it's just a
call.
big
Maybe I
swat.
should
Yeah.
kill
Alright.
someone.
Yeah, just don't look under the just don't look under the
There's
street.
nothing there. No,
Yeah.
you're good.
Nah, but I mean, they still have to clear it. It's like
Yeah.
their job. They still have to clear, but there'll be less of like a hassle. Like the first time it happened when we lived in LA, they came to the house, put us all in cuffs aggressively, and just ran through the house. Then the second time they were like, they all came, but there was like, it was like slow. It's cool though. You know, it's like, I'm not scared of it no more, but I do have weirdos that follow me. I do have weirdos that wait for me outside the house, which I'm not scared of though.
They wait for you outside the
Yeah.
house, and what's your interaction with them like?
I just ignore them. But like, there's weirdos like right now, even I don't even think people know this, but there's like a weirdo who keeps coming at like 2 a.m. basically like 4 dudes, and they say they're looking for me. I'm not scared of them because I don't wear my jewelry out. So if you want to come rob me or beat me up, go ahead. I don't know. I have private security who runs around always and protects me. So it's up to you. But yeah, no, there's weirdos. There's weirdos. It's scary. Trust me. I don't like living in LA.
What's the closest call you've ever came to some sort of, you know, crime or attack?
I don't even know if it had to do with streaming or just in life.
Let's do both.
In life, I was on Hollywood Boulevard in my BMW when I had it at the time. And I don't know why this guy got really mad. I think I cut him off barely, but it was like nothing crazy. It really wasn't.
Yeah.
And he started following me through Hollywood Boulevard like fast, like on me. And it was his girlfriend. And you know me, I'm Italian. I look out the window, I go like this to the guy, and his girlfriend was driving. And then she speeds up on me, and I see it in my rear view mirror. I'm with my girlfriend and my friends. He's reaching in his bag for like a gun, and I'm pretty sure he had a. And they were really on me. I'm a better driver than you, so I allegedly on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, like when the crosswalk happens, there's like people that walk or whatever. As people are walking, I went around them, and the guy had to stop because there's people walking. But it was like really scary.
That's why you don't honk in LA.
Oh
And
yeah,
you just
no.
because you never
No, there's
know
weirdos
who's going to be
here.
like.
There's weirdos. People just
one
don't
day
care.
is just like their day's going bad and they snap.
No, yeah, you gotta be careful. And even with like when I was doing with streaming, it's kind of like the similar. It's like people just see my car, whether it be kids, whether it be older people, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna follow him." They don't think of me as a real human. They think of me as like an entertainer. So they're like, "I'm gonna follow him, whatever." Throw shit at his car. Like I've went to car meets where kids throw shit at the car and then they get like attacked by my fans though. But like I've never really encountered something scary. I've had like friends encounter stuff really recently, and that's kind of where I'm on edge recently. But like I'm very like aware of my surroundings and etc.
So if streaming's harder than a 9 to 5 and someone wants to put themselves through that pain and discomfort,
You could never.
I'm curious, is there still opportunity to grow on Twitch today? And what do you think is the main thing if someone wants to grow on Twitch they should be doing?
If you want to grow on Twitch, I honestly think you should. It's clips. It really is clips, and it sucks. I feel like the game is really right now. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the hardest it ever is because there is never the hardest time ever, right? Like on YouTube, it's the same. It's like, oh, it's so hard to become a YouTuber. It's always going to be the same hard, right? Pause. But it's going to be like
Yeah.
it's always going to be hard to become a streamer. It's always going to be hard to become a YouTuber. There's never a right time. But like right now, it's just hard in a way where it's like, bro, like if you start your stream on Twitch, like, and you're not known, it's like, why would I watch you type of thing. Like, there's so many creators that are big now, and like people hop on the bandwagon of like, oh, if you don't have a certain amount of viewers, why would I watch you? It's like
So
really
you
fun.
shouldn't even be spending a bunch of your time streaming on Twitch. Instead, you should be trying to find a way to
If
get
I
some
started
clips.
fresh right now, I would stream on Twitch like 4 hours, probably, or like 3 hours, maybe even two, and not farm clips, but be myself, whatever I want to do, whatever type of content. Even if you have 0 viewers, you have to fake it till you make it. Like pretend that you have an audience watching you and still create the content that you want to create, clip it, put it on TikTok, and then keep streaming every day. Because when people start seeing your clips, even if you have 5 people see your clip, one of them might be like, oh, like this guy's kind of funny. I'm gonna go on Twitch to see if he's live. And if you're live when he's reacting to it, right? That guy might become a loyal viewer. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy might be like, oh, this guy's funny. And then you keep doing it. It's like compounding, you know? It's
Yeah.
like the biggest problem is people don't do it. You just gotta do it.
So if you could buy stock in 3 streamers right now, who would you invest in?
Ooh. 3 streamers right now. You know what's crazy? I'm very good at this. Like very, very good at this. Like
Who have you picked out in the past?
See, people are gonna be like Cap in the comments, bro. When I was watching Aiden Ross, I have text messages with him DMs when he was averaging. This is great viewership, by the way. Like 3,000 to 5,000 to 10,000. Which is, by the way, some people are like, "Oh yeah, he already made it." Well, he did. He already did. But I knew he was. I texted him. I was like, "Yo, you're gonna get to this level where you're averaging like 50 to 100,000." We used to have talks about it. He'll even say it himself. Like I used to text him about it, and he became one of the biggest at the time. And then same thing with my friend Jason. Shout out to Jason. He was averaging like 1 to 2,000 viewers, peaking around like 4. And I told him, I was like, bro, you're gonna be like really big one day. And I don't just say it just to say it. Like when I say it, like I only say it to a select few. Not that my word means anything, but like I was like, yo, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Sure enough, he's like that to right now. Someone I know named Plaque Max. He used to be in FaZe Clan. He actually just left. He was averaging around the same, like 1,000 or 2,000. I told him, yo, you're gonna be the biggest one day, like for this reasons, etc. And sure enough, he is. Like people know him for those reasons. And I don't know. I just feel like I have a good eye for talent, and I think that's why I even believe in myself, is because I know I can get to a certain level.
But what qualities do you see in them that makes them stand out?
Just like hunger, to be honest with you. You could tell when someone wants it and when someone doesn't. It's very, maybe not to everyone, but to me, like I could tell when someone is about it, when they want to become a streamer, because it's like, you could say you want to become a streamer. If I don't see you live every single day during the certain amount that I did, I'm like, okay, well, he doesn't want to become a streamer. He's not going to make it. And it's not an ego, and it's not me being a dick. It's just me telling the truth. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are scared of, is like being told the truth. So it's like when people are like I've had fans come up to me like, I want to become a streamer. I'm like, no, you don't. I was like, why would you be coming up to me saying you'd be streaming? You know what I'm saying? Like you would be doing what you want to do. It's like, it's the same I did. When I wanted to become a YouTuber, I didn't sit there wishing every day I want to become a YouTuber. I tried to act on it, you know? And it's like, it's all luck at the end of the day to an extent, but it's also the grind, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't get lucky not doing anything. Like you're not going to get lucky sitting in your bedroom doing nothing, right?
So if you're buying stock in 3 streamers right now, who would you invest in?
If I had 3 streamers that I would invest in, it's actually, I've got one that maybe people are like, he already made it, but like I'll get into that. I think this dude named Faxity, he's a Fortnite streamer right now. He used to average around like 500 to 1,000 viewers, and funny enough, I told him we used to have dinners, and this is like when he's like, dude, I don't know what to do, blah, blah. I told him, I was like, bro, one day you're gonna average this many viewers if you just stick to it. And he stuck to it. He'll fully admit it. It's funny, I actually could pull up a clip. He mentioned it yesterday. He streamed, where he like thanked me for believing in me, literally yesterday. It's so random. I just thought about that. But I think this dude named Faxity, he's a Fortnite streamer. He used to average like 500 viewers. He averages like 5 to 10,000 now. But I think if he did IRL content and he expanded a little bit on top of his Fortnite content, he could be literally as big as me. Not in an ego way, just like to the point where he can do whatever he wants on stream. I truly think he's funny. This dude named Yusuf, he's a streamer. He like IRLs a lot. He averages around like 2,000 viewers. I think once Yusuf gets that click where people are like, oh, what the is he doing type of thing, like he just has that one moment, I think his career is going to skyrocket because he has the drive and he has the work ethic, and I think he's gonna get the credit he deserves soon. And then one that already made it, but I know a lot of people are like, maybe not forgot about him, but like don't take him as seriously when it comes to content. I think Sketch. I think Sketch can get
Mm.
to a new peak. I think that kid is hilarious. And I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, but Sketch is already as huge or whatever." Yeah, he's huge, but he also doesn't stream as much. He doesn't post on YouTube as much, and he's not consistent with his content. He's more or less like a household name, but he doesn't really make much content anymore. He'll even say that himself. It's like, I think if he took it seriously and he really wanted to, he could become way bigger than he is right now. And I I think, yeah.
Shout out
Why-
Sketch. Sketch,
yeah.
you should get back on
He
live.
should, bro.
Yeah, we look forward to
Like
it.
he streams and he does YouTube, but he doesn't do it as consistently as he should. And it could be because he's already made a shit ton of money or he's like comfortable with where he's at. But like I truly think he could reach a new level.
Mhm.
Why don't you go and invest or help the smaller streamers and like maybe work out a split and say, hey, I'll help you get to like 10,000 viewers and we could split, come up with like a revenue share and we'll grow together.
I
Kind of
think,
like what FaZe is doing.
say it again.
Kind of what like FaZe's whole thing.
Yeah.
Let's bring you up with us.
I'll break that down too.
Yeah.
I kind of do it in a way where, Jesus, I don't really expect much in return, and it's kind of because there's different levels of business models, right? Like I could invest in someone by giving them money. I can invest in someone by helping their viewership, by bringing my viewership to them, maybe telling them to go over. And then maybe in return, I want you to collab with me, or maybe in return, I want you to give me money. The way I do it is when I truly believe in someone, a great example is the guy Faxity.
Mhm.
He used to average 500 viewers. I would host him all the time with like 8 to 20,000 viewers. And I just hosted him because I loved him. I thought he was hilarious. My viewers thought he was hilarious. And this isn't an ego. He admitted this. I pulled up the clip yesterday. He was like, shout out to Ron for hosting me so many times. He always believed in me. Like it helped me a lot. Like I'll always love him. It's like that I find is better than money. Like I don't want money in return. I want to just see my brain like realize that like, okay, like I helped someone who actually is grateful for being helped and isn't a dick about it. Did I make him? No. But like, did I help him? Yeah, it's something he admitted. And I find that way more of a better return than money. And
Yeah.
also in the long run, it's like, and if you want to think in a business way, if I help Faxity and he does become extremely big, he's going to want to do shit with me too. So it's like his viewers are going to want to talk to me. His viewers are want to come to me. So it's like we trade off with each other in a special way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's obviously all transitional at the end of the day. That's how the internet is. But like the way I invest into people is like friendships. Like I value my friendships with a lot of people. And I'd like to consider Faxity like one of my good friends.
Who's the most famous person in your phone?
Okay. The most famous person in my phone. There's different levels of fame. There's like a Kai Cenat fame. There's like a Bronny James fame. Like what are we thinking? Because I have like in my phone,
Give us top 3. Just
I would
like
say
overall.
probably Bronny. I would assume he's the most famous because LeBron's still like everyone in the world knows who Bronny James is most.
I don't
likely.
think Graham knew who Bronny James was. I just
I mean
mentioned that.
LeBron's son. If I told you LeBron's son,
Yeah,
you
Okay, then I would
that's
know.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
LeBron's son.
Okay.
I have Kai's. I'd say Kai Cenat is pretty famous.
When did FaZe Clan come into the mix of all this?
I've been a fan of FaZe since I was 13, like 12 maybe. I used to cry when I got into their lobbies on Xbox 360. So I've been a FaZe fan forever. But FaZe Clan got in the mix of streaming because when I started to stream more, I was in an organization called NRG. And then when I left, FaZe wanted to pick me up, which was my dream. And I joined FaZe Clan around 2022, 2023. But that was when FaZe was kind of dead. Like my career was kind of not that big. And then Banks had an idea. He basically wanted to rebuild FaZe, like how it used to be, like having like the FaZe Adapt, FaZe Rain, FaZe Banks, FaZe Apex, like FaZe Tika, like all these guys. He wanted to rebuild it basically for like a new generation. So he chose me to be a part of that, which I'm forever grateful for. That made my career borderline, like doing FaZe again. And he chose Jason the Ween, which was my friend that I mentioned, Blackboy Max, Silky, and then Lacey, Blackboy Max, Lacey, Stable Ronaldo, Silky, Jason, and Jason. And he basically wanted to do a house in LA. And then we ended up just doing it. We ended up just coming together, and FaZe backed us up. They paid for the house, they paid for our content, and sure enough, when you put 5 creators who love each other and who are friends with each other in a house, I mean, it turned out to be successful. So
What's the vetting process like on that?
what do you mean?
Like the vetting, like making sure that we're gonna be like good in writing, that like
Honestly,
everything
that's
is
the fun part
aligned.
about FaZe Clan is there is none. I mean, there's like lines of like what we want to do and what we want to accomplish.
Yeah.
But when we went to the house, we just said "F it." Like, we were like, let's just try to make this work. Was there a stupid amount of money being spent a month? Yeah. But I mean, it was more or less like it's the risk and the reward. Like as a business, you're not gonna see the green forever, like and for a long time. Like it was in the red, obviously, but it was like another risk. We had a new investor for FaZe Clan. The guy put a lot of money in, and then we invested into the house, and we said "F it," and then we just started owning the internet.
So how does the business of FaZe work now? Like who owns FaZe? How many shareholders are there? Are you a shareholder in FaZe? How
Yes.
are distributions made? How do you pay FaZe? How do they pay you?
Yeah, so we own percentages of FaZe all individually, all of us. Obviously, we don't own a crazy, crazy amount because we're not the ones who put up millions of dollars a month to do the house, millions of dollars for employees, for content, or whatever. But I know GameSquare owns a percent. Those were the original investors. And then Matt Kalish, the owner of DraftKings, owns a majority, which, by the way, Matt Kalish might be the greatest all dick ride. I don't care that he's a billionaire, Simon, just because that he's probably the greatest human that I've met I'm talking like he's a billionaire. He's a real life billionaire,
Mhm.
and he'll come to the house, hang out with us, talk to us. If I call him right now, he'll pick up the phone. I
Yeah.
swear to God, he'll pick up the phone. I've called him at like 2 a.m. for just business advice. He is a genuine dude, and I think he's probably one of the greatest CEOs for us. Like he really wants to take care of us, and he's really good with his.
So if he owns 51% and then
I don't know what percent he owns because we also own percent. Like that's what I was trying to say. Like whatever online is wrong, but
Yeah.
I know that I own a percent, like more than a percent. All the FaZe guys own more than a percent, which I have the shares. I think they're valued at, I don't know, maybe like 500,000, 600,000. But I mean, it's someone has to buy it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
And so you split then some revenue with the overall business in exchange for having
so the way
certain
the business
expenses?
model
Yeah.
works, from what my understanding is, because obviously this is only our year 2. We're not even on year
Yeah.
2. We're about to actually no, yeah. I would say we just hit year 2 of the remodel, so we're still figuring it out. But basically, the plan is it's like when we create IPs, if FaZe wants to invest in that, FaZe basically just put us on, like helped us get more recognition.
Mhm.
And now the way the brand makes money is if we bring sponsorships, if we bring IPs, if we bring products, they would help take a percent from that. But it's not like some where it's like, oh, you have to give us 50% of your shit. No, it's like, okay, if you want to drop a product, right? I'll help you. I'll put up X amount of money for you, but in return, you just have to give me 30%, which is completely fair, right? He's kickstarting it and he's willing to take that risk. And he's verbally told me, he's like, oh yeah, if it fails, it fails. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not really allowed to do work like that with other people.
I mean, who's going to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into me, millions of dollars and take the risk and might lose it? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, it is fair. If he wants 40%, if he wants 50%, it depends. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if I do like a thing I want to do is I want to do something to do with cars, like just drag races or laps, like courses. If I have to ask for millions of dollars, he'll find me people to invest millions of dollars into me, and he'll take that risk. But in return, he would be like, okay, yeah, I want 40%, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair because I'm not gonna put
Yeah.
$1 million. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that risk because I don't have the liquid to do that. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how the business model is, and it does work and it will work. Do I think FaZe as a whole is a profitable business? I don't think any organization in gaming is like a profitable thing because they spend too much money. But I do
Yeah.
think the way to become profitable is stuff like that. Like if I made a Prime, right? That company's worth $1 billion and Matt Kalish owns whatever. If you make $500 million, if they sell for $1 billion, it's like, okay, we're profitable. So it's like,
So it
Yeah.
seems like kind of what it is he front loaded a lot of the money for you guys to be able to have the capital and access to grow on streaming. And then
I could be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And then because of that, you guys just have a tightly knit relationship with him where if you guys want to do something, he's the first guy you guys go to. And then he's able to get his hands and, if you guys want to
but
have
he
future
also
business
he
together.
also truly believes in it, and that's why he's very
No,
important.
it seems cool.
That's
It
what I'm
seems like
saying.
it's more of a handshake thing, but if it works out, it works out. It's cool.
He's very smart. He's not dumb, and I think he just is. He's like the greatest person, right? Like
Yeah.
he really takes risks for us, and it feels like family. And obviously, there's always gonna be opinions on the internet because people are like FaZe this, FaZe that, whatever. You obviously see all the negativity of that type of stuff, but it's like I don't know. I feel like right now FaZe is in its best spot right now, in my opinion. It's the most fun I've had, most fun people said they've watched.
So why did FaZe kick out a bunch of members?
Do you know those members?
I know a couple of them. I know they kicked out Blaze, and I was upset about that.
Did Blaze make content?
Not really. And he made a video where he was like, "I get it, you know, like I get why they kicked me out."
I also think it's like so there's two different people that get kicked. There's the newcomers and then the OG phase, right? People are like, okay, Apex, Rain, Tico, Temper, FaZe Blaze, whatever, right? You can kick them out of FaZe, but they're still FaZe, right? Like I think when they did the kick out type of stuff, it was more or less, it's like, okay, you're just not involved in our content no more, like, because they don't want to be, truthfully. Yeah. And if they do want to be, like, I don't know, but like from what I'm understanding, because I'm not the one who kicked them. I wasn't even in FaZe when they kicked them. I was, but like I wasn't the guy in charge. It was more or less, there were so many people in FaZe that you guys probably don't even know. And then there was the random people that were in FaZe that you guys have no clue. Like if I named some people, you probably wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, those people got kicked because it's like, what is FaZe Clan now? FaZe Clan used to be what you just said, a FaZe Blaze, a FaZe Rain, a FaZe Adapt, a FaZe Temper. Like those were household names that people knew, and it was such a tight group. And everyone's like, I want to join FaZe. But if you have like 100 people who some make content, some don't, some want to grind, some don't even care to be on YouTube, don't care to be on streams, whatever. It's like, what is this about now? Is this,
why don't they want to be on? Like, I don't get it. To have such a big opportunity to then like get accustomed
I'm not going to say
it.
names, but there's been people in FaZe who are guaranteed $500,000 a year, and then $500,000 on top of that with sponsors, and they didn't stream. They didn't want to work.
Why do you think they're not wanting to work?
When you put something in someone's face, it's very easy to take and not like give back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very easy for someone to say, like, if I offered you a job, right, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you $1 million a year, your instinct is probably like, oh, what the I'm getting $1 million a year. You sign the contract, whatever it is. I'm like, okay, you have to do YouTube videos. You have to do a couple YouTube videos a month, right? This is not a real situation, but like a couple YouTube videos a month. You might be like, okay, I'm gonna do the couple YouTube videos a month, and that's it. I'm not gonna go above and beyond, et cetera. And that's kind of what it was. It's like they would do the bare minimum, if that, and then they'd get lazy because they're like, okay, I'm guaranteed a check. You know what I'm saying? I sign a contract. So it's like, it's very easy for people to see numbers and just get motivated by numbers and not disciplined. You know, like this goes with viewership. This goes with revenue. This goes with followers. Like I'm sure you've seen tons of artists who make a quick amount of money and they get comfortable and they're like, okay, you know, I can chill, and that's how they lose it. It's the same concept, you know, it's the entertainment industry. So it's like, it's all the same concept.
It's so frustrating to me. I've seen so many people in that exact same position where they start doing really well, they start making a ton of money, and they get so comfortable.
I'm a victim to it.
And then they just slack off, spend the money, and they're like, oh, 2 years later,
and that's when they try to
figure this out. Yeah.
And I'm honestly, I've got a good analogy for it too. Actually, before I even say I'm a victim to it, it's, bro, look at COVID. Look at all these TikTokers who were making money, thought that they were rich, thought that they were crazy influencers, and they're scrambling now because it's all going away. They got comfortable. You know what I'm saying? The internet changes, the world changes, etc. But again, I am a victim to it, and I think that's how I originally like fell off, is because I got so comfortable. I'd go live and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get 20,000 viewers today. I'm gonna make $20,000 today. I'm cool. I'm okay. Then I don't go live the next day because I'm like, oh, I'll just go live a day after and I'll have this amount of viewers. I'll make this amount of money. Then it would drop down a couple of thousand viewers. I'd be like, oh, it's whatever, bro. I'll average 15,000 viewers tomorrow. I'll make $10,000 tomorrow. It went down again. And then it would slowly go down. And then that's when I started getting in my own head. I'm like, if I don't have this amount of viewership, or if I don't make this amount of money, I don't enjoy it anymore. And that's where I realized I lost my passion. And that's where I had to take a step back, realize what I had, be grateful for it, and come back and actually make content that I believe in and enjoy. So, and I think that's why I thrive right now, is because like even coming here, like when I DM'd you guys, it's like, because I'm like, I enjoy talking about stuff like this. Like I enjoy actually like bringing attention to like this, because I think a lot of people need it. Truthfully.
How does it feel though if you're not streaming, you're like technically leaving money on the table?
So yeah, I think about that a lot. For instance, like if I don't stream today, realistically, I'm just being honest, transparent, I would probably miss out on, like, if I streamed 8 hours today, I'd probably miss out on like $8,000 to $15,000 just off streaming. But it's like, at the same time, I don't stream for money. And I know people might be like, Cap, but I really don't. I like taking breaks. And I wouldn't even consider it a break if I don't stream today. I did this, you know what I'm saying? I did something productive. As long as you're doing something productive in your off time, you're not leaving money behind. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not even leaving opportunity behind.
How do you have that mentality? For me, that was very difficult because from 2019 through 2023, really, I wouldn't take a day off. I refused because every day I took off,
Well, it's
I
the
know
wrong
I'm
mind.
leaving like I'm paying X amount not to work today. And I'm like, I'd rather just work.
Well, it's the wrong mindset in my head because it's like there's unlimited money in the world. There's always going to be money on the table. It's just about how you want to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's ways you might figure out a way how to make more money than you've ever seen tomorrow, and you might not realize it and be like, why the am I doing a podcast? But then you still do the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like there's chance of that, and I think it's just when you say like, how do you not get scared or how do you not have that mentality? I think it's more or less in my head. It also has to do with my beliefs in the world. Like I believe truly, like it's so cliche, but it's really how I believe. It's how I operate. It's like I believe I'm a good person, that good opportunity will happen, and I feel like I'm always gonna have fortune in my life. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't worry about taking days off if I don't make amount of money or et
You
cetera.
have an abundance mentality. I very much have a scarcity where every day I'm like, all right, this
No,
is
but
it.
the
The
thing is,
algorithm's changing
no,
tomorrow.
but the thing is, I have that mentality
Yeah.
with streaming because I don't think about it money wise, but I think about it like, okay, I could fall off tomorrow. Oh, I could lose viewership tomorrow. If I started going from 20,000 viewers to 10,000 viewers, it's like, okay, you split your revenue, you split your relevancy. So it's like comes and goes. And it's like, again, analogy is like the TikTokers. When these TikTokers are getting 5 million views a video and then all of a sudden they start getting 500,000 views, it's like, oh, what the do I do type of thing. So it's like, it's the same thing with YouTube. If you upload this video and it's a 1 out of 10, you guys would be like, yeah, this is amazing, whatever. And if this video is a 10 out of 10, you're going to be like, okay, like, and then you might like think about, should we have more streamers on? Should we do this? And it's like that, you just got to work. You just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to what we said originally. It's like, you just got to just not care and just do that how you want to do it. So if you think you should work every single day, do it. Seriously, do it. But I do think taking breaks is good for you if it's not like a break. Like even when I go, like when I was mentioning how I drive my car, it's not real break. I might not stream, I might not post, I might not even do a podcast. It's not a real break because it's helping me mentally. When I'm taking this break, it's like I'm clearing my head so I can work better. I'm clearing my head so I can think of ideas. I'm clearing my head so I can just figure out what I want to do next, you know? If you work every single day, you have no opportunity to think really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At a certain point, I feel like you get a higher ROI just from thinking than you do from doing.
Yes.
Whereas like in the beginning, I think you should do a whole lot more doing, maybe like 80% doing, 20% thinking. And then it kind of shifts over time to like more thinking, more kind of like, honestly, I get a high ROI from like going on a little vacation or like a weekend trip just to let my body like calm down. And then I'll come up with an idea on that trip and then I'll execute on
100%.
it and it'll be a game changer.
I like to do this thing called toilet thoughts. When I get on the toilet, I think better.
How long do you usually spend on it?
Sometimes I sit on the toilet just for an hour and I'm like, I'm really starting to, but I start thinking of ideas. Same thing with driving. Sometimes I'll drive, no music. I'll literally just drive and I'll be like, okay, I want to do this. I want to do that. It's like how it's a form of therapy, but like a great example of people like what you were just saying, like return of investment. Yes. ROI.
ROI.
When you take breaks is like, look at someone like Logan Paul, a great example, or Jake Paul, a great example. These guys uploaded every single day for 2 years, 3 years, every single day. 5 million views a video, 10 million views a video every day. These guys are probably making like what, $50,000 a video, $70,000 a video, millions of dollars on merch. But then they randomly start taking breaks. But now look how brilliant they are. It's like they figured out ways when they took breaks to become bigger, become better things. Another great example, more relevant to like, I guess my space is like Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat used to stream every single day. I'm sure every single day he's making $20 to $30, $50,000 off streaming, off sponsors, whatever, more money. But like when he's streaming every day, he's like, okay, I'm making like $50,000 to $100,000 a day. Okay, I could go buy my dream car tomorrow. I could go buy a dream watch tomorrow. But like when he takes these breaks, look what he's doing right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He creates these bigger ideas and these crazier ideas because he took a break. He wouldn't be able to do what he's doing right now if he didn't take a break. He wouldn't have thought of it. He wouldn't have. And he knows that. And it's like anyone knows that. It's like you become brilliant when you take more breaks because you could think of better ideas.
How do you balance streaming, working with having a relationship now?
It's kind of interesting because the way my relationship works is and I think a lot of people should follow this formula, is really building a foundation off the bat. And it sounds very normal. Everyone says that, but it's like really solidifying a boundary and foundation. Like when I met my girlfriend, first and foremost, I told her, I was like, you cannot have a social media presence. I just don't want it. And I'm like, if that's controlling, I get it. Like I'm very understanding. Like I'm like, okay, I get it. Like why is my boyfriend not wanting me to be public or whatever? But I'm like, and she really respects it. And that's why I love her, is like, because I just don't, when I'm online, I'm online. When I'm offline, I want to have an offline life. Like I want to enjoy my life. So it's like when I met my girlfriend, I was like, yeah, I really don't want you public on like TikTok, social media, streaming, whatever it might be. Like she could go live tomorrow, probably average like thousands of viewers and make hundreds of $1,000s off my name, but she respects me enough to not do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I told her I don't want you online. When I work, I want to be able to work. Like I don't want to be able to be like bombarded or like clinginess or like pettiness over small things. Like I like to keep my private life private, and it sucks too because then there's weirdos on the internet like, oh, what does she look like? What is she hiding if she's not public? And that's why like I'll show her face, like I posted her before, just so I could get rid of the stalkers and all that. But like, yeah, she doesn't come on camera. She doesn't do anything. I like to keep it private.
So a lot of people would be wondering, if you're young, you're making a bunch of money, you have a bunch of freedom, you're so successful, like why would you settle down into some sort of a relationship when you could optimize on building the business, making more money, grinding, when you have this like kind of golden egg right in front of you could just keep harvesting?
Because I think a lot of people have okay, so this is a great question because there's ways to balance this. And I feel like that's a problem with life is people don't find balance. Like I think if I didn't have a girlfriend, I wouldn't be successful in other ways. I wouldn't, when I'm off stream. I used to end stream and just be super stressed, just super like not in, I wouldn't be relaxed. And when I'm with her, I feel more relaxed or I feel better. But like I also don't let it affect my business side. And a lot of people do. And they'll say it doesn't, but then it does a little bit. Like I tell her, I'm like, yo, like we've had arguments. It's a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have arguments. You're going to have ups and downs. But like I would tell her, I'm like, I can't let this affect my day to day. I was like, I can't let this affect my job. If so, like we have to be done type of thing. And it's like, it's not like ultimatums, but it's like I try to find a balance of having a relationship and having work. And I think I do a pretty good job at it.
Yeah, you set your frame is
Yeah.
kind of where it's at. But what I'm curious is a lot of guys in your position, if you're young, you're living in
They're
Los
pussy
Angeles.
whipped.
You what?
They're whipped.
I don't know what that technically means.
You know what that means?
Yeah, of course. You haven't heard the term?
I don't know what that technically
It's
means.
called whipped. It's like basically like your girlfriend will control you.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I thought that's what you're saying.
No,
No,
Jack is
what I'm
Jack is
saying-
trying to say is that you would, be
Go
a
out to
free
like cars,
cars.
bars, clubs,
Go
those
to
sorts of
cars.
things, and just like go try to find a girl.
Play
you
the
know, you could like
field.
play the field. You could flex all the
Yeah.
stuff you have going on, your cars, your watches, your money, stuff, your influence, and stuff like that, and just have like 50 girlfriends at once. You know what I mean? Like, why is
I
that
guess
such
it's
a
just-
common thing out here for people with your demographic, and yet you don't do it?
Well, it's the same. It goes back to what I think it was what you said. It was like when you make so much money, like, are you good with your money or whatever, right? It's like these guys who get so many followers, they're quickly to just like want to flaunt it. Like when I don't even know if we have it on camera. When I was telling you, I was like, yeah, I don't really like to show like numbers and all that because it's like I just don't care. And I think it's just how I grew up. Like when I was in high school, I didn't kiss a girl until I was like 18. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't lose my virginity to my first girlfriend. Like I wasn't putting my dick in random, like I wasn't like flexing when I won money. Like I wouldn't go up to, like people would flex their clothes, people would flex their money. Like I just don't. It may seem like I do sometimes, but I really don't. And I think like all these other influencers have this and they're like, I want to be someone who I'm not. There's people who buy cars, right? Buy cars. They don't actually buy them, but they say they buy them.
What are they
because-
doing? Leasing or renting?
Both. They do
Leasing could make a good financial sense though if they're writing it off. Sometimes I'm in favor of
people
leasing.
do it to. I agree.
Yeah.
No, you can lease a car for however. That's not my
Yeah.
problem. It's when you fake it and you say that you own it for real, and then you try to flex this fake lifestyle. Or like if I rented a car for the weekend.
How many
right?
people do that?
How many people do that?
How common is it? It's like percentage, would you say?
I would
is
say
fake?
85% to 90% of people don't own what they say they have. And I know that from meeting people, and I know that from hearing things from people and seeing. To keep in mind, I have the check that I paid from Wells Fargo, $400,000 for my GT3 RS because I bought it cash because I wanted that car. Because I wanted it.
That's interesting because you're like around the
I have it
YouTube
framed.
and streamer, community a lot. We're around the YouTube community a lot,
Yeah.
not very much the streamer, but most of the people we're now spending time with, especially on the podcast, are like entrepreneurs, like business people that own things. Like, for example, if we have Papa John on here, we don't need to validate that he actually owns his cars because it's Papa John.
These are because when I walk in the room, you could tell I'm sure you could tell when someone's legit and when someone's not. It's a human trait. It's like me personally, like if someone walked in here and you had 10 people and you told me each one of these guys are a millionaire and they all had jewelry or whatever, I could tell you which one is probably the real millionaire.
So how did you meet your girlfriend?
I DM'd her. And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, okay, you DM'd her." I DM'd her to play video games, and this was off camera.
How did you see her though?
It was a random TikTok with 20 views, and I was literally depressed, and I wanted to play Valorant at the time, and she was playing Valorant, and I was like, "Okay, let's play Valorant together." At first, it was like nothing, still was nothing for like a couple times, but then we just started to talk more, and she was single, I was single, and I just had fun having conversation with her, you know? I enjoyed just being around her. So it was more or less like I talked to her, we played video games, and we eventually met because we're both in California, and the rest was kind of history. But I know a lot of people are like, okay, well, she responded to you because you have a check mark. She responded to you because you have followers. She responded to you because you have money. In my head, and I don't think there's always going to be comments. No matter, I could say anything on this mic right now, and there's going to be someone out there like, oh yeah, he's brainwashed. Oh yeah, he's falling for it. No matter what I say, I could say the most perfect articulated sentence. It's not going to matter. So that's why I don't even care to give a reason. But like, I know she's not a bad person. There's obviously trials and tests that you mentally, she knows it's not like I'm being a dick. It's like, I've told her, I'm like, yeah, like, you know, there's ways to tell if someone's a nice person, a good person. And she also has money. Her family has money.
Also, there's nothing wrong, I feel like you can contend with this, with saying that if you do have status, money, influence, stuff like that, that will generally just be attractive to a girl, because I feel like girls they seek out some sense of like a provider, some guy that can like make them feel safe and comfortable. And so if you have those qualifications, it's not only that you have the money and the influence and the power, but it's also that
but then you have all these people that are like
confidence,
you have the character traits that would let you achieve those things. And those character traits are passion.
Exactly. And that's why, like, I'm telling you, like, no matter what we say, by the way, there's gonna be comments that are like, oh, this guy's brainwashed. This guy's
of course there will be.
So that's why it's like, it goes back to also what you just said, like having these characteristics of like being charismatic and like passionate about something. It's like a lot of these guys don't. So when they see someone like me, if I DM a girl and I have followers, they're quick to be like annoyed by it, be like, oh yeah, she's only fucking with you because you have followers, whatever. It's like, truthfully, I had a girlfriend before I had followers, before I had anything, and look where that got me. I didn't date her. So it's like, I think that statement's wrong, and I don't know. I think people are just dumb.
So how long do you think you're going to date her before you guys try to take it to a different level? You gave her a promise ring.
Yeah. What's the logic behind the promise ring?
She probably would. She taught me more things than I've, by the way, like ever experienced, like in life, about certain things, traveling, certain places. She's taken me, like, just like being there, and she's shown me that like no matter what, when like I get annoyed, when I get angry, like, you know, it's human traits, like when I get worked up or stressed or whatever, she's not quick to jump the like, oh, you're being annoying, you're being an like how some girls would be like pettiness or like childish, etc. Like, she's understanding, and but I just love this girl. So it's like, I was like, you know what, it's my 1-year anniversary with her. I was like, we made a year, you know.
But why a promise ring over like a nice necklace?
I think it's just like
earrings.
I think it's just like tradition. You know, when someone gets a promise ring, they think it's cute. They're like, oh,
it's like another level of like, hey, here's my intention.
Yeah.
And so, if you end up marrying this girl, are you getting a prenup?
100%, 1,000%, and she knows that. She wants a prenup herself.
How early did you bring up the prenup conversation?
As quick as possible. She knows that. She wants a prenup. She said the same thing. She's like, I want to make sure my assets are safe. That's what she said. And I was like, yeah, that's respectable.
It comes from a wealthy family, I take it?
I would say to a degree, but like even in general, she wants to go to law school or something like that. And she was saying like she wants to just protect herself. Even if she has money, she doesn't have money. But like when I brought up the conversation, she wasn't like, oh, so you don't trust me like with money? Like, bro, if that was
because that's a red flag.
Well, if that's the case, I wouldn't have dated her. That's my point. Is like there's like those trials that you go through where you figure out if this girl, like a girl's legit. It's the same thing with guys. If a guy's legit, you know. So it's like, yeah, I mean, the prenup was off the bat. She knows that though, and like even like. Like, we talked about it, like, even, like, recently, like, oh, like, about, like, money, et cetera, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm always gonna protect myself," and she knows this. Is like, I've said this since the beginning. It's like, "I'm always gonna protect my business, and I'm always gonna put my business above us," and I said, "It's rude, I'll be honest with you. It is rude, but I'm always gonna put my business ahead of you. It's just how it is," and it's like, if you wanna date someone like that, you can. If not, if not.
Do you think that would ever change? Like, let's say you have kids one day and, like
100%. It could always
oh,
change,
yeah.
emotions can change, hormones can change, like, people can change, whatever, but I'm not gonna change,
Yeah, I think at
right?
this stage in your life, it's probably the smart thing to do until you, like, actually settle down,
That's what I'm saying, like,
have a
if
family.
changes, then moves like, stuff moves accordingly, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff will move accordingly to stuff that changes, and it's like, I'm not a dumbass. I've seen what happens with my mom and my father at the time, they're divorced, but, like, I've seen, like,
Yeah.
how it operates. I've seen it in real life, like, how families tear apart or, like, relationships break, and it's like, I'm not a and I'm not gonna, like, if it does change, God forbid, it's like, I'm gonna move accordingly, and I know how to move. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna be whipped. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, please come back, please stay," type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never this is the mentality, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers your
Do you know
question.
when you guys are gonna move in together or when that might happen?
Not anytime soon. Because I told her, I was like, "I'm not gonna lie, like, rent's paid right now by FaZe Clan." Shout
Yeah.
out FaZe Clan. Content's being paid for. It's like, why would
Yeah.
I ever take that for granted, I guess, and, like, try to move out or try to spread myself, and that's just how it is,
Yeah.
you know?
Now, on the topic of money, I'm curious, where is your money coming from?
What do you mean?
Like, what income sources do you
Oh,
have?
okay. So right now I have I guess in order. Twitch is probably my biggest check, I would say, month to month. That's what I'm most consistent in.
Are
Um
you comfortable saying numbers, or do you
Yeah,
wanna
I can
Yeah,
say
yeah, okay.
numbers. For an average month right now, if I stream around 140 hours, I'm pretty much around 150 to $200,000. If I exceed that with, like, for instance, like the month of the Elden Ring marathon, I streamed about 100. No, I streamed about 210 hours. Um, and that is with the investment I did, the 30,000 that I put in. And then that whole month, 210 hours, it was with daily streaming and then the Elden Ring thing. I made, I think, 210 hours. I think I made $230,000 in the month of Twitch that month. And then alongside, I've had sponsorships. I won't say what sponsorship, but you could figure it out. But I'll have sponsorships. That's another source of income is sponsorships. Sponsorships is like one of the biggest things. There's month to month sponsorships that are like a 10 to 20, 30 grand, where I get paid 30 grand a month for like 6 months if I do like a deliverables or whatever. And then there's sponsorships that are like one off. Like, for instance, if I do like a Battlefield, like I played Battlefield, I'm not gonna say how much it was, but because I can't, but
Yeah.
I did Battlefield, and that's like a big check. Like, that ranges from anywhere from 200,000 to 400,000 just for like
Wow.
those deliverables in a month. And yeah, I've had months where I've made over 500,000 to almost $1 million. Actually, I don't know if I had a
You
million
haven't
dollar month.
cracked the million mark yet?
No, I don't know. Have I? I probably have. I think I have. There was a point where I had a gambling deal. I did it for 2 months. I got paid
Yeah.
100K a week for 2 months.
And what happened after the 2 months?
It just went downhill. They got rid of it off Twitch, but I also had to realize that
Yeah.
gambling is just
So with the gambling deal, I'm curious, did they fund your account as well to gamble that money, right?
well, so there's 2 different gambling thing in it, and that's why people would think it's not legit. There's people who get fill balances where they get paid, let's say, like $100,000, and they can only keep 20% of what they win. I got paid $100,000 a week, but if I lost $80,000, I made only 20,000 only. I made $20,000 that week.
Do they tell you how much you have to be gambling?
So that was a big thing. I finessed the system. They didn't tell me.
So
And
you
that's
could
why
be
they got
doing, like,
mad.
penny slots.
That's what I was doing. I was doing $1 spins. I ended up making sure I cashed every single week $85,000 minimum. They got mad
Did
at
you
me.
find that viewership declined doing $1 spins versus Togi, who's doing like 1,000 to like 5,000
Oh, for
spins?
sure. It's more entertaining, but it's
Yeah.
like, there's different worlds, Like, look at Trainwrecks. Trainwrecks gets paid over probably, like, no exaggeration, like $30 million a month. But people are like, oh, he gets paid $30 a month. He's not actually cashing in $30 million a month. He can, but the thing is, he gambles it, and that's why he gets paid $30 million a month. Because the guy who runs Stake knows, okay, if Trainwrecks gambles $30 million this month and he loses it all, I won because it's back in my pocket. But if he doesn't gamble, I'm gonna be on edge and be like, why would I do this again and again and again? Trainwrecks he's very smart with his money. I've talked to him a lot. But yeah, he could have been getting
Yeah.
paid like with affiliate money. That's guaranteed.
Speaking
Like,
with a lot of these guys, they're so smart. Like when you
oh
actually
yeah,
talk to them, it's so strategic and they're not dumb. Like, speaking to Togi even, like, just hearing his dedication and passion and, like, what he's into and, like, everything is thought out. And I'm seeing on the outside, just looking in, I'm like, "Oh, dude, this is a train wreck," but it's not. And I think a lot goes on behind the scenes that you just have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for Togi as much as I don't know him, but like Trainwreck's probably one of the most wealthiest people I know who who's shown me his wealth. Like he's wealthy. Um, yeah, he's very smart with how he does everything, and he's very smart with how he makes money. And the internet can think these guys are fake. Again, this goes back to what I said. No, at the end of the day, as long as they know they're not fake, and I know I'm not fake, like faking my lifestyle or whatever, like bro, it's a real world. I think it's just unfathomable to people. Like that is a concept. Like when I mentioned he was getting paid $30 million a month, you were like I've seen it. I've seen it because I've seen people get paid $4 million a week just off gambling. I've seen these. I've literally vividly in person have seen numbers being transferred because it's how it is.
So you don't have to name anybody, but what's the biggest amount that you've seen?
Oh, I mean, based on this conversation, it's pretty easy to understand. I'm not gonna say his name, but there's a point where someone clicked on their balance on a website, like in their vault, and it was like I think it was like 11 million, $12 million just sitting there, and I was like, "Can you take that out right now?" And he took it out. He just took it out. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay.
And what does it mean when it's like in a vault? That's just like
It's just like if you don't
on
want
the
to play with it,
site?
if you just want to keep it on the site, it's like a bank for the
I
site.
see.
But like he took it out.
But what about like the biggest deals that you've seen in terms of like amount per week or per day?
Oh, brother, I've known I know people who got paid millions a week, like, just to gamble. Like, I mean, it's a real world because in the return, it's like all these people look at us, we're talking about it right now. That's marketing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're paying for they're putting their money for each buck. It's like we're talking about it right now. There's probably someone in this video who's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go gamble real quick," because they talked about it. Like these guys telling you it's all marketing and it's genius. Is it a lot of money? Yeah, but it's the gambling world is like money's always coming in, money's always going around.
Yeah.
It's like why would Coca-Cola spend millions of dollars every year on advertising if everyone knows what Coca-Cola is? It's to stay relevant, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like the same concept.
What do you think the future is for those sort of streams, like the gambling streams? Do you think they're going to continue cracking down on it,
For
or do you
sure,
think
but
it's
it's never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? How are you gonna get rid of gambling? It's a world thing. It's like a big thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not
probably
like,
probably age verification, where you have to like submit your ID and be 18 or 21 to like watch these streams? That would crush the industry.
but there's a reason they don't do it. It's because it's a
Yet.
profitable business and they're taking percent. These sites are giving platforms money to be on their site. Like telling you, it's
all
all
it takes
it's
is
all
one
weird.
regulator,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
they've been starting to do that with the hub websites where they like require that you give ID. I wouldn't know, but Jack has been telling me about
What do you
this.
mean hub websites?
Talking about bro.
Jack, you haven't heard the hub sites.
I haven't heard of that. I
These
mean,
lines.
Sometimes you
the
can't
fact that
spank.
the fact that you even have like some sort of nickname for it just goes to show, bro. You're in the trenches. You're.
Jack's playing.
No
dumb
wonder
right
you
now.
like left mid podcast to walk over there.
Yeah, it was like a couple minutes.
I
fast.
mean, that's not bad. Yeah, it's fast. Yeah.
I just gotta check my phone real quick. They posted a new video.
No,
So-
but yeah, it's like it's an industry, bro. It's never gonna. I don't think it'll ever go away, even if they do the age verification.
So
like,
if you're making what 400,000 or so a month,
on good months, yeah,
so like 300 to 400 grand
yeah.
in months. I'm curious, who do you think has the deepest pockets then of all the streamers?
Of like
Like Aiden Ross or XQC or Train? Those are probably the people I think.
Trainwrecks.
Easy?
I've known. He's told me some things, and I've seen it. He's deepest pockets.
Easy.
Easily.
But what about Aiden? Doesn't he own a percentage of like Kick and Stake?
Yeah, Aiden has great money, great money, and I know that too because I've been to his house before. We've talked, etc. But XQC's poor as fuck, by the way. That guy's poor, like dirt poor. Like
Dirt poor?
Like I'm talking like he doesn't even have a. No, he's poor, bro.
Why is he poor?
Nah, I don't f with that guy, bro. No, I'm just
He
kidding.
just doesn't make.
It's like an inside
No,
joke.
yeah,
yeah,
of course,
right.
of course. It's a clip. He's the clip. All right.
So where do you invest?
Me?
Yeah.
So right now I have houses. I do a little bit of real estate where I bought houses. I've never done like Section 8 and Airbnbs, but like I'll just buy houses just to maintain for the market. I just
Where
actually
do you buy houses?
I do New Jersey.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
because that's where I'm originally from.
Okay. Property tax here is high though.
Yeah, but it's also more comfort because I know, like, I can go there and watch over it. I'm about to start getting into people watching over property so I can invest more, like a
Management, yeah.
financial company, all that type of stuff. But I do that. I don't do crypto. I don't really do assets like watches, I guess, like what you were saying, like back to cars. It's like
Yeah.
if you don't drive it, same thing with watches. I guess that's an asset,
It is.
but it's like they go up and down. Like look at the COVID market, like that went up, then it went down. So it's like, but most of my money either goes into real estate and then like obviously into like just stocks. Like I have my management that just puts stocks.
Doing like index funds?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, most of my money, I'm not gonna lie, is it's just like invested into real estate, to be honest. I like
Are you
cash
getting
flow.
a good return on real? Because with the prices the way they are now, unless you're buying it outright, but even if you look at the return buying it outright, it's not like
It's not
that
crazy,
great
but it's
anymore at
also
today's
just it's more
prices.
comfort for me.
It's just like a security.
Yeah, it's
security
like a
blanket,
great
yeah.
example is like FaZe Rug. Like what he's taught me, and he's said this
Oh,
too.
dude, yeah,
Have you guys had him on
good.
here?
No, I would love to get FaZe Rug on there.
We
Yeah.
tried.
Oh my god,
He
he
said,
wanted.
I met him and I was like, and because he knew what we were doing, and I was like, dude, you should come on. And he was
I'll
like,
ask
I'm
him.
super down.
Yeah,
He-
yeah.
he's-
He wanted us
he's-
to go down to San Diego,
Sure.
and we're like, yes, when? And he's like, I don't know. This is kind of
He's
busy right now.
he's
Yeah.
very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's taught me. He's like, I'm not gonna say how many properties he has, but every time he gets a check, he buys a house outright, completely.
Just
And
like a single family home.
I don't know what type, but he'll buy.
He does like a lot of
But
multifamily, some
I'm talking
commercial,
like he'll
smart.
buy it out so he owns it. Even if it's a lot of money, he'll buy it out so he owns it. I'm pretty sure, Rug, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what he told me. And he has a lot of properties. And like I get so inspired by that because every time he gets a check, he's not blowing it on stupid shit. It's either his content. Like, sure, he'll buy like some stuff, but like everyone does that. You have a life, you know, you only live once. But he's very smart. He'll just buy stuff that he'll know is a return eventually. So like when he decides to be done with YouTube, he's sitting on X amount of money with real estate that's been going up, and then also that he can rent out. It's
Yeah.
like you'll be forever safe, you know?
He's very smart when it comes to that, but I think he's buying a lot in California. I could be incorrect
I don't know.
on that.
I
Yeah.
actually don't know. It might be San Diego down there though. Like that might be better. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
So aside from Mr. Beast, who do you think is going to be the second YouTube billionaire or content creator
Logan Paul.
billionaire? Oh, okay. That's
Easily.
a good point. Yeah.
Easily.
Jake Paul too.
I think Logan Paul will be there before. Logan Paul is he's just a mastermind with content. When I've met him too, he's very good at like he's very good at life. And people think he's a dumbass. He's very good.
So what would you say is the best and worst investment you've ever made?
The best investment I ever made, myself.
The $8,000 computer you bought.
Yeah. Actually, I got a funny investment. My cat, and you're gonna think it's a joke. I bought a cat. I named him Burger. I bought him for $100. I'm not kidding. This is a true story. You can go on TikTok. I bought him for $100. He's
And
made
I flipped
me.
him for 400.
He made me millions of dollars. No, he made me millions of dollars. I'm serious.
How?
I went so viral because of him. I'm not kidding. Like when I was playing Fortnite every day, like when I was coming back, I was playing and I bought this cat, and you can literally look it up on TikTok, Burger. Like it'll come up instantly, Burger the cat. We're talking like celebrities found him, like Madison Beer started talking about him, like all these people started talking about him, and these clips would generate, no exaggeration, every time I posted them, it'd be like 5 million views, 8 million views, 10 million views, 10 million views.
Why?
And I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
There's something
well-
up with Burger.
He's just it's a funny cat. It's a funny name. And like the he would do on stream, like, bro, it's like one of those cats, $100. It's like they were going to probably kill the cat. I don't know. They were going to do something with the cat. They weren't going to keep him there. So I bought him. And this was jumping on me on stream, like jumping onto the cameras, doing stupid and people just find it hilarious. And it turned into like a character that went viral all over TikTok. And people started coming into my streams more.
Yeah.
They started watching me. Then they would wait for my cat, and then they find me funny, and then they'd stay for me. So I'm not kidding. That was probably the greatest investment I've ever
So
had.
people should be adopting more cats. Go to the shelter, check out the cats. Go to the shelters and take them from those.
Bro,
so they
I'm
don't.
so serious. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like it sounds like a joke. That was my greatest investment. I swear to God.
And what's your worst investment?
My worst investment. I would say such a answer, but I would say just clothes and jewelry. It's like besides watches, like I would say like buying like diamonds and or buying like Balenciaga or like like that. It doesn't matter. And it's it's hard because a lot of kids will do it, and I'm a victim to it. It's not about like propaganda, like people like streamers wearing it, or like YouTubers wearing it, or like athletes or celebrities are like, oh, this cool, you should rock it. Or if I walk around with $1,000 t-shirt, everyone's like, oh, that guy's got $1,000 t-shirt, he's cool. I kind of grew out of it a lot recently because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I usually, like, if I buy expensive like clothes, it'll be like unbranded, or you won't be able to tell. Like, for instance, a great example is like there's these Balenciaga jeans, but you wouldn't be able to tell they're Balenciaga. They were like 1,500, but I could wear them 10 times in a week and no one would know
Yeah.
I'm re-wearing them. And it's like, that to me is a better investment. Like a logo on my chest, etc. This was a gift, so I mean, it's like,
do you know what this is?
probably Goodfellow.
Nah, Tom Ford.
Is it? That's what I'm
I
saying.
have
If I
no
wore
idea.
a Goodfellow,
And that was a gift too.
no, but it probably, but you could wear that
Yeah.
10 times this week and no one's gonna be like,
Yeah.
that to me is a good investment though, like a better investment than like bro, I'm not kidding. On my streams every day, I wear a black t-shirt. I wear a Goodfellow t-shirt. I bought 20 from Target for $20.
Yeah.
And I wear it every single day.
So they say past a certain point in income, life quality doesn't really increase. What line would you draw on the income scale? Like, where would you say life doesn't get better?
Define better though, because everyone finds something better. Like, for instance, like if I made $1 million a month, I'd find my life better right now because I could buy cars that would make me happier. It's not about materialistic.
You could buy a Koenigsegg.
I could buy a Koenigsegg cash.
But like I would say there's obviously diminishing returns where it starts to slow down, you know, but like where would you say really that line is to be drawn where it goes from like, you know, way better until like, okay, sure, like, you know, I can get these luxury items that don't really improve
I would say,
my life.
I don't know if this is going to answer your question. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I would say life gets better when you realize you can pay your lifestyle, meaning like it depends your lifestyle. Like if your lifestyle is, I want to live in a nice house and have 2 kids that are going to college and be able to buy a car for them, et cetera. Like that's like a lifestyle most people want to live. If you can make a certain amount of money, like for instance, like for me, I think if I, even how much money I have, even my lifestyle right now, if I was guaranteed like $300,000 a year, I could live the life that I want. Is that what I want? No, because I obviously I want stupid shit like cars. I want a stupid house. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what everyone wants in their life. But it's like I could probably comfortably like go on vacation with like what would you say, like $250,000, $300,000 a year? Like you could.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Nicely.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Nicely. Like you could go on vacation multiple times a year. You could actually, it depends though, because if we're in California, you lose half of that. So I don't know. But I mean, it's like, to me, I guess if you want to ask that question one more time, just so I could get it back in my head. So it's like what? So like, what would I be comfortable with making a month or a year?
No, like beyond a certain point.
People say like beyond a certain point, money stops being, you know, super enticing. Because like if you're making, obviously the quality of your life is going to be dramatically better if you're making 60 grand per year than if you're making 10 grand a year.
For sure.
And then like, you know, 100 grand a year is still like way better than 50 grand a year. 150 is still, I feel like, a decent amount.
I feel like you're always going to chase that though. That's why.
Sure, but like past a certain point, like there comes a time, like, you know, the difference between 100 grand a month and 300 grand a month isn't really going to be like the most exciting thing, I feel like.
You think so?
I don't know. I've never made, you know.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what you drive to, no? So that kind of answers your own question. It's like, I don't know how much money you make a year, but like, wouldn't you want to double that? Wouldn't your life change? And then if you had doubled that, wouldn't you double that again? Wouldn't your life change even more? It's like when some people are like, I wish I could make 100K a month. Okay, what happens when you make 100K a month? Are you going to wish, I want to make 200K a month? Like, I don't know if your life necessarily changes. And I don't know if this is even a good answer for your question, but it's like, I don't really know. I feel like life doesn't change. It's such a stupid answer, but like, I feel like life doesn't change depending on how much money you have. I truly don't. I think if I made, I mean, obviously, like if you're like very low class, yes. But I think like once you reach a threshold of like you're making like middle class, like high end middle class, it's like, which I don't know how much that is right now. I'm out of touch.
Probably about 250, I believe, is like the high end middle class.
If you're making 250 a year, I don't think you're gonna see a big difference making 500,000. I agree, but I think you're gonna be able to enjoy life more.
There we go. That's kind of what I'm getting.
That's what I'm saying. I think you'll be able to like have more fun, buy more stupid. So in a sense, that could make your life better. But if I made $1 million a year and I make $3 million the next year, yeah, I'm gonna be hyped. And I'm going to definitely have more life in me, just truthfully.
So you're talking a lot about manifesting in other podcasts that I've seen. What are you manifesting now?
It's crazy. Because going to what you said, I've manifested every small thing in my life.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I've been very much the same way.
Like Yeah, I wanted to be a streamer. I figured out a way. I wanted to buy a car even when I wasn't making money. I figured out a way. I wanted to buy the upgrade of the car. I figured out a way. I wanted to come back. I wanted to join FaZe Clan at 12. I'm in FaZe Clan. You know what I'm saying? I figured out ways. I think manifestation is a real thing, and I think it's one of the biggest things in the world because the world runs off like energy. And I think if you put out good energy, you get good energy back. And I feel like if you're a good person, good things happen to you. And it doesn't have to be instant. It doesn't have to be in a year. It could be when you're almost on your deathbed. You might live another day because you were a good person. That's just how the world works in my head. What are things I'm manifesting now, though? I'm really just manifesting just more success. Honestly, like I just want to be able to stay in the entertainment business and provide content and provide even motivation like this to people who want to be in a position like me or want to exceed the position of me. Like people should want to exceed who I am if they're fans of me. Like I want to inspire people to do that. And honestly, that's like my biggest manifestation is like I just want like good energy around me, and I want to put out more good energy, and hopefully I could stay in this space without overworking myself. You know, like I basically just don't want to fall off again. Like I don't care how much money I make. I just want to be in the business. Like I love it. I love the entertainment.
You should do more of that, like more inspirational stuff. I know sometimes it could like borderline kind of cheesy, but like
No, but that's why
I
I
think
say
you
it
have
a
a
lot.
gift when you really say this that you're just going to inspire like one person who's going to go and take that action.
Well, that's the
going
thing
to
is
change
if you have
the course of
100,000
humanity.
people and you inspired 100 of those
Yeah.
people, it's like realistically, out of 100, if you inspire 100,000 people, better analogy is like if you inspire 100,000 people, let's be real, one of those people are going to be extremely successful. So it's like that's the whole thing is like the mindset that I think people forget is like if I can inspire one person that one day might exceed my limit, which they probably will, that's like a goal of life. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a gift of life. It's like being able to inspire people. And I think people take for granted or they don't comprehend that this is like again, what you said is cheesy, but it's like they don't comprehend that this is one life. You know what I'm saying? So like when I die, it's like what can I actually leave behind? If I can inspire someone or have someone be big and huge, it's like that's a success in life and to me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. That's how I am.
So if you want to say the one thing that you think can actually inspire the most amount of people, if you're just speaking directly to them, there's going to be a lot of listeners here that are like on a long car drive. Maybe they're at the gym. Maybe they're just like chilling on their couch. They need to hear this one thing. What would it be?
If you can't give 100% and you can only give 10%, right, of your energy, but you give that 10% of your energy, you gave 100%. Think about it. You understand the quote? You understand it?
Whose quote is that?
My quote.
Oh, no, I get it. Yeah.
But serious though, if you can't give 100% in something in life and you can only give like a 10% and you give that 10%, you gave 100%.
Well, then you're giving 100% of what you have still.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if it's 10%,
Yes.
you're giving.
But that's the problem is most people won't give it effort. That's the thing. And I think failure is the biggest way to become successful in life. I think you have to fail. I think you have to make mistakes. I think you have to lose everything to gain everything. You know, that's how I'm here. I lost everything at one point and I understood it. I appreciated it and I realized what I had and I made sure I don't lose it again, you know?
I couldn't agree more. And I also think it's important to have a good relationship with failure.
Yeah.
So like if you fail, you're able to like look back on that failure and
100%.
see it as like, okay, it's an opportunity. Let me use this failure as a way of learning what not to do instead of like,
Well, if you fail,
like,
it's like, what do you do? Are you just going to quit?
Yeah.
That's
how I've always viewed it. Like if there's some sort of failure, I try to look at that like, what is this trying to teach me to improve in the future? And like, how is this going to make the world better?
It's the only way to think.
Yeah.
And it really is because it's like the people who see failure and they just quit. It's like, okay, I mean, that's your aspect on life. It's like, you're not going to become rich. You're not going to become wealthy seeing a failure and being like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys who are billionaires are like, are they good people deep down? I don't know.
They've probably failed way more than everyone else.
Failed 1,000
You got to
times.
watch that video, the Jubilee video, the capitalist versus what was it? Like socialist? Holy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. People are just like,
if you seriously watch this video, it's like an hour and a half. It is one of the best videos that I've seen on YouTube. Patrick Bet-David, if you're familiar with him.
I've heard of that guy.
He sits down and he talks about business, money, mindset, and you see the stark difference between the people on the other side.
100%.
The victim mentality, the woe is me, I can't do it.
My mom
You're
worked
lucky.
3 jobs after getting divorced, and my dad took all the money, and she was losing money, and she was still putting food on the table. She was still figuring out ways. I'm telling you, it's a mindset. It's like these people are victimizing themselves. It's the truth. And the problem is the people who get upset about that are watching this video, they're the proof in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the people that I'm talking about. It's like they don't want to change their mindset because they want to give up on life, and that's why it's so stupid. stupid to say, but that's why you're always gonna be like in this like matrix. It's just
If
so
you
it's
heard
so
what he
cringe.
said, if you heard what he
agree.
said, and your initial thought process in response was like
This kid's a
easy
dick.
for you to say,
Yeah, or this.
if you're thinking right now easy for you to say, I think he's speaking exactly directly to you.
Yeah, because I've been in the position. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not, I haven't been in a position to work a 9 to 5. I understand it gets hard, and I understand it's harder, and I'll never understand that position because I've never done that. I've never had a family where I'm working and I'm trying to put food on the table, whatever. I'm grateful for my life, and it is easy for me to say in that sense. But I also, you can't. The people who live that life, they can't say it's easy for me if they've never lived my life. How did I get to this point? How did I? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. To wrap that part up, it's like you have to fail. You have to fail, and you cannot let it affect you. As soon as you let it affect you, it's like, all right, you're gone. It's like
Then
whatever.
it's a real failure.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. It's your mindset on life. If I had the mindset when I wasn't doing as good viewership wise, it's like, well, what I wouldn't have been here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I hope this video gets a 10 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys learn.
All right, so we have a tier list for you. This is a fun little thing we're going to do at the end. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you think about each streamer. Drag them into whatever category you think they
Think about
belong
them in what way?
Just in any.
So I gotta explain each reasoning.
I would say think about them in the first way that comes to mind.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I think one of these people I don't know. Okay, so first is Aiden Ross. I think Aiden Ross will never get the respect that he deserves. I think it's more or less for his controversies that he's had. I think people don't really respect him a lot of what he's done and how he's built Twitch. I would dick ride whatever. I think he's S tier. I think he's a genius when it comes to stuff. Do I think he's as passionate as he is now? The truth is no. And Aiden, if you're watching, I hope you become passionate. You see my texts all the time. I've tried telling him. I think he could be at a whole new level if he was more passionate. Do I think his work ethic is good right now? Yeah, but he's a smart person. People think he's a dumbass. He's a smart person. Agent, I would say, like, I don't say if I put him at B tier, am I a dick? No, but I think Agent is at the top of B tier. Like, no, but the thing is, I don't. I'm gonna put Agent at A tier only because he streams so consistently. He doesn't care about numbers, and he creates actual content. Like, he's a genius when it comes to content. He's very passionate about what he does. And I think he's always going to find success in his own ways. And he's been doing this for like 8 years too. He's really smart. He deserves everything that he's got. Fuzi, bro, please don't find me in the random streets and beat me up. I'm going to have to put you at D tier. The only reason I wouldn't put you at F tier is because you were very successful when it came to content early on to YouTube, and then you found success in streaming, and then you just went off the rail. Like, he went off the rails. Like, I feel like he didn't really, I don't know, bro. Something was going on mentally. Yeah, sorry.
He's got great clips though. Like the
No,
one
he's
where he threw the
hilarious.
vape in the pool.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
everything he does is just viral.
He's hilarious. And actually, I'd put him at C tier. He's hilarious, but I couldn't put him anywhere above C tier because it's like, he's so all over the place. He takes breaks for months, sometimes years, and then goes on these rants, etc. Jack Doherty. This is gonna surprise a lot of people. Jack Doherty is the cringiest kid ever. He's a annoying cringe kid, but it's also funny enough. No one will believe this. It's all an image. I don't think the kid is actually like that. He's a genius when it comes to making money. I know how he makes money. He signs these OnlyFans girls. He does real estate. He may flex. He may be cringe. He may be stupid. But at the end of the day, like, this kid is doing all this for market value. Like, people are talking about him. We know who he is because he's an annoying cringe kid, and he's smart. So I would put him at C tier also, but I put him above Fuzi because Jack probably knows how to make really good money. Hassan, I don't really watch Hassan. I know that it's obviously political. So I can't really take notes on that because I don't watch him.
That's fair.
But I know Hassan is like, should I just put what should I do for people I don't watch?
Just skip it.
Okay. But he's smart. Hassan's smart.
Yeah.
He knows how to do. Jason, I've had faith in Jason Prime since I met him. The day I met him, I've known him when he had like 500 viewers. I genuinely think he is an S tier streamer, and I'm not even just saying that because he's my friend. I just know he's an S tier streamer because I know he's always going to be figuring out some ways to make content, and he's always going to figure out a way to be successful. And I think that's a trait that not a lot of people have, is finding ways to always be successful and always make content. Oh, Johnny Somali. I'm not gonna lie, I've never watched Johnny Somali, but I'm pretty sure he's in jail right now.
He is.
He ruined IRL streaming to an extent. I think he tried going above and beyond, and he's actually the exact thing that people think I am now. Like, I'm an annoying IRL streamer, but I'm not. Like, I know my boundaries. He didn't. He didn't know his boundaries.
So what, like B tier?
S tier.
F. Kai Cenat, they're gonna call me dick riding, but Kai Cenat is 100,000% S tier, and I only think that because this man figured out ways to shift. The biggest thing is why I also put Aiden here also, and I know the controversy is like Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat. Bro, they're both good in their own ways. Like, Aiden Ross figured out a way to bring the culture onto Twitch. Kai Cenat figured out a way to also bring the culture on Twitch, and like it's so brilliant how Kai does his. People don't want to give him credit. I understand it. It's just how the internet is. But he's very smart and he makes great content and he figures out ways to be at the top of the level. He's the top of the top. You know what I'm saying? And I also think he's going to be bigger than streaming. You can quote me now. I guarantee you he will not be streaming probably in 2 years, if that, maybe even a year. I think he's going to do way bigger things off camera, whether it be YouTube, whether it be movies, etc. I think it's gonna be another form of like how a Logan Paul was, how it's like he's not a YouTuber no more. He's a whatever. I think Kai's not gonna be a streamer as much. And if he is gonna be a streamer, I think he's gonna stream rarely. I think he's gonna host like bigger events. Lacey, fat. Is there a fat one? Nah, Lacey, I would also put at an A tier, and not just because he's my friend. I don't know if people are gonna be like, oh, A tier, that's too high. Maybe he's at the top of B, but I would say he's only A tier only because he is the same way as Agent. He streams almost every day, and he also figures out a way to make organic content, whether it be collabing with people, which is hard to do. A lot of people can't collab with people, but he also just makes content for everybody. And his clips, he does a lot of stupid shit, and I think he's brilliant. People won't give him credit, but I think he's brilliant. And it's obviously funny because I'm putting my friends at the top, but I think that because I'm around them the most, so I know how they are. Who the fuck is?
I don't know.
It was like a band or
entourage.
something.
A what?
A band.
I don't know. He's got a whole entourage.
Roadies.
Ludwig, I would say Ludwig is also I would say he's highest on A, only because Ludwig is mainstream, but I feel like he doesn't have too much of the culture. People might think I'm crazy. I feel like he doesn't have too much of the culture of like where if he went to, it's a stupid example, and he doesn't need this, by the way, but like if he went to a Travis Scott concert, I don't think anyone's gonna crowd Ludwig because it's like a different audience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he doesn't need that. He is brilliant. He's crazy big on YouTube. He has a whole different audience that I don't even have. I would never have that audience. And he's at the top of A tier. But see, the thing is I put Jason at S tier. So I don't know. But the thing is I put Jason at S tier because I'm day to day with him. And it's like I know his plans. I don't know Ludwig's plans, but I would consider Ludwig a borderline S tier. He was the first person to break the record on Twitch for the subathon for how many subs you had. He creates new ideas every day. He's brilliant. Mizkif. I'm not really a fan of Mizkif. I think he's cool. He does content every single day too. I think even if I don't know, I don't watch his content, so I can't give too much on it, but I know he's not a C tier. He's not on the same level as Jack Doherty and Fuzi, but I would put him at B only because it's like I don't watch him, but what I've seen is like it's like more of like older Twitch stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like more like stuff. I don't know. I just feel like there's not much advancing from that stuff, if that makes sense. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm sound stupid.
Sure.
Neon, I would put him at A also. Because he even though people hate him, even though people think he's cringe, he always figures out a way to collab with some of the biggest names, and like he'll figure out ways. He'll put his money where his mouth is. Doesn't matter if he pays clippers, etc. He's successful, and he's at a point. So you can't hate on someone who's successful. Like you can't. He finds ways for everything. Ninja. Ninja. Oh, that probably would have been one of my viral clips too. I should have mentioned that.
Oh yeah.
Me and him had beef. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah, we did our research.
It might have been the craziest.
Yeah, I saw it.
Ninja, I'm not gonna lie, I looked up to you for a long time. And then obviously our drama happened and made me really sad, but I have to give you credit where credit is due. I would say see, like, if we're going off right now, I would have to put you at an A. I would put you at an S, but it's like he's not doing what he should be doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he didn't advance to the level he should have with how much popularity he had, but he made Fortnite as big as it. He borderline made me, if you think about it, because he made Fortnite, which Fortnite made me.
Yeah.
So I will put him at an A tier because he's still one of the GOATs, and you have to give credit. But I wouldn't put him at S because right now I'm thinking about current state of the internet,
That's
and
fair.
I feel like he doesn't do as much right now. Pokimane. I don't really watch her. Do I respect her? Yes. But I don't watch her, but I also don't see her stream that much. And I feel like she doesn't do anything crazy. And I saw she dropped a cookie bag for $40 or something like that. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah.
But I think she's a genius, and I think she's smart with how she does. She's a business person at the end of the day. I'd put her at B tier only because I don't watch her and I don't know
That's
her.
fair.
And you know, it's crazy. She's probably going to see this and somehow get mad and probably never talk to me. Speed is easily up there on S, and I'd put him there not just because he's the biggest, but he figured out ways where anything he does is just like it's brilliant, and it's like he changed how the culture is of streaming. He made IRL streaming like way different where like for me, I would be able to go outside and go to In-N-Out and people would love it. Speed, he goes to like all these places with crazy planned segments, and it turned IRL streaming into like what it is today. I feel like a lot of people want to be like a Speed when they think about it. I want to be an IRL streamer. I want to be a streamer. It's like a Speed, you know. So Speed is definitely the GOAT. Tim the Tap Man. Again, I'd put him at B only because I don't watch him. And again, he's a gamer. He's very consistent. He's been doing it for like 8, 10 years, 12 years, whatever. And he's been successful all 12 years. So actually, I'd put him above. Yeah, I'd put him in A. I'd put but then I have to put, I'd put Tim the Tap Man in A because he's just always been consistent and he's always went live no matter what. Togi, how do you say his name? Togi. See, I don't really know Togi. I don't watch him, but he's hilarious. He's a rich dude. I'm gonna put him at B though, only because I don't watch him. But I've met him in person one time, and it was like 50 seconds, and he was hilarious.
Yeah,
he was super nice. Really, I really respect him a lot, and he's the dope. He's a really good person. Vitaly, he's in jail right now, no?
Yeah.
In Philippines or something like that. Vitaly, I'm gonna put you at D above Johnny Somali because you actually. You bro, Vitaly, you hate him or not, early YouTube.
Oh, he changed the game. The Miami Zombie
the game. He had some of the best
the gold digger pranks.
He was like, he was just goated, etc. He's a good dude though. I'm sure deep down he's just up in the head. I put him at D. Oh my God, Josh.
Dude, imagine if he had a content house with him, Johnny, Somali, and Fuzi.
Oh no, it'd be A.
With
Jack Doherty.
With Jack Doherty.
Yeah,
imagine that content house. That right there, I think
they should do it.
And Sam Hyde,
dude.
I think that would be the
and Josh Block.
That would be the most genius content house.
Dude, they could
ever.
make millions.
They would be making so much
especially
money.
If they all
so
did.
Many
Yeah,
viewers.
they all did gambling
the whole
streams.
shit would die so quickly.
Dude, with Gideon just doing like Predator exposing videos.
Dude,
bring them to
genius.
the house.
That's good.
Josh Block, he's F. Only because this kid obviously has problems and they take advantage of him. Someone's got to save this kid. I don't know what to talk about this guy because I don't watch him. But like anything I've seen of him, it's something's f***ed up about him. XQC, poor, probably. Yeah, very poor.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, doesn't really have much money. He fakes he view bots too.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, everything that he does is just view botted. It's fake. It's poor. It's just XQC though. XQC, you're to go, bro. You're up there, the same level. No one will ever be able to discredit you from a Kai to a Speed to an Aiden. Doesn't matter if you have 10,000 viewers. Doesn't matter if you have 100,000 viewers. You are the most successful streamer in ways that people might not ever see. If you go to his Twitch tracker where it shows how many days he's live, he's almost live every single day for the past 6 years. Wow. And we're talking not 2 hours, we're talking 10 to 24 hours a day for 6 years. I'm so serious. He's the only person in the world, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
He's the only person in the world who's ever done this.
How do you think that's really unhealthy?
100%. He's openly admitted it's unhealthy, and you obviously see the real side of him because he's live so much. That's all. His whole life is documented, and but he's just so brilliant, and he set the foundation for Twitch, and people don't even realize it. Like the people who like I'm just being honest, bro. It's like even before an Aiden Ross and a Kai and a Speed and a me, it doesn't matter. It's like XQC was the one doing these IRL streams when they weren't popular. XQC was the one who was playing games when they weren't popular, making content that people didn't see. Like he's a genius. Do I think he's up to par with everyone now? No. And I'd say that to him just because it's like he knows that though. It's like he doesn't care to keep up with how popularity is now. I think he just streams just to stream, but he's a genius. He's one of the smartest streamers ever, probably. And we might ever see. I don't know.
Cool.
Is that the whole list?
Yeah, besides Hassan. I mean, I can
Where would you put yourself?
I put myself at an A. I'm not an S. I don't think I'm ever going to be an S. I don't think I'll be an S only because it's like you have to do so much different to become that level. And personally, I love where I'm at. I'm not comfortable, but it's like I'm happy with it, you know?
So you think Johnny Somali is ranked higher than Joshua Block?
Yeah, put Joshua Block up. Put him up a little bit.
All right, we'll put him in B.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Awesome.
Dude, seriously, thank you so much for coming on the Iced Coffee Hour. That was a blast. Really fun to talk to a streamer.
Yeah.
We want to get into talking to more streamers, so hopefully this kind of opens up the gates for that.
Yeah, dude, really. Like, this is one of the more enjoyable ones because I feel like we could just, shoot the shit a little bit.
Do me a favor. When you cut up the clips, whoever's doing it, please don't make me look too bad.
Okay, yeah.
No, but I know we can go get whatever you need, but...
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
We'll put your info down below in the description.